Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Amanda, the channel name is Alba Stitcher, and this is a channel about cross stitch. Today is Friday the 13th and I've only just realised it's Friday the 13th. So far so good, nothing's happened, not that I'm particularly superstitious. And this is Flosstube number 35. This is a channel about cross stitch. I might have already said that, so I apologise. And I have a few things to share with you today. It's about two and a half weeks since I last filmed, and in that time I've had quite a few things happen. The first thing is that I attended a day retreat in Ayr last Saturday. It was super good. I went down on the Friday, stayed over, as did quite a few people, which was lovely. And then on the Saturday, we had the day of stitching. It was organised by Maureen. Thank you very much, Maureen. It was a really enjoyable day for me. That was the first time I had been to the day retreat in Ayr. The only downside for me was the traffic was terrible, going down on the Friday. Coming back on the Saturday, it was fine. But yeah, I need to maybe plan that time in a bit better. But it was a really good day. And I think what was good for me is that I got a chance to speak to other stitchers and people share not only what they're working on, but maybe other things that they've seen. And then you get kind of stitchy chat, which, yeah, I don't get that with anybody else, not face to face anyway. And it was lovely because I got to meet a virtual friend, which was Tammy and her lovely husband Ian. So that was also nice for me. And there was a few people who had been at the March retreat in Cumbernauld, so that was also good. But yeah, it was a great day. I would thoroughly, if anybody's in Scotland and they can travel there, it's very much worth it. Yeah, so that was really good. In terms of stitching, I have got a finish. Yay, which is good. I have a new start, which includes a story, because it always does, and a couple of projects that I've been working on. But I do have a lot of haul. Now, if you watched me last time, I'm sure I said, yeah, not really buying because I'm focusing on my house. It's not that I'm not focusing on my house now, but there was just, I don't know what's happened. I've just got like a big batch of haul and it's all stuff. It's nothing I was waiting for. This is all stuff I've ordered. So I actually have a huge pile of haul to go through. Yeah, I've got the winner for the giveaway, which was the lovely piece of fabric, and I have another giveaway for this week. So I think maybe we'll get started. I'll do a little life update at the end, but there's not been much happening, but I will do a little life update because everyone's always so nice and asking and thoughtful about the situation at home, which is good. So let me start my finish. I'm excited beyond excitement for this finish. I enjoy all my whips. That's the problem. I enjoy stitching and I enjoy all my whips, although today I've got a dilemma. I think the camera's just moved. But I must say this one here, from the moment I started, I just wanted to stitch on it and I had to really, excuse me, force myself to stop stitching to stitch on other projects because I enjoyed it so much. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen this, but here it is. This is Willing Hands by Blackbird Design, and it's in their Sewing Club book. And this is stitched on 32 count fibre on a whim, cream and sugar, using all the called for over dye threads. And I absolutely love it. I'll put it a bit closer so that you can see it. I enjoyed every single stitch of this. I love the colours. I love on this fabric. It was just an absolute joy, and I want to get it framed. And that was what was quite good about the stitching retreat, the day retreat last week, is that I was asking people about, you know, I've not used a framer here. I know a few framers, and they were just giving me kind of tips about what I should ask. I'm looking down because, hello, Alba's here. What is it, sweetheart? Are you okay? I'm not going to lift her up because she doesn't like it. But yes, Alba's here, so if things get nudged and pushed out the way, you'll know what is already happening. So, Alba. Okay. So what was really good is that people could give me some advice who've already framed and things to think about. So that's good because I really want to have this one framed so that I can put it up in my house. But this is it here. If you have that sewing club book, and I'm saying this in all seriousness, but it would apply to, I think, any Blackbird design book. You could literally just start at the beginning and work your way through, and I am sure every single one of the projects you would fall in love with. I've already been back at the book. I haven't started anything, but there is so much in that book that I love, and yeah. And that's not the only Blackbird design book that I love. But so this is Willing Hands. As I say, all the called for threads, but just a different fabric. So that was my finish. So I was really pleased for that. What else have we been working on? Well, when I was at the day retreat, I decided to take my Carolyn Manning, which is Thistles, with me. Because this is the piece that I'd worked on when I was away in March. I don't really work on it that much. But this is my dilemma. I didn't enjoy working on it. And Tammy, who was sitting next to me, can testify that I did a lot of unstitching when I was there. This is as far as I've gotten. I may stop. I have a few bits here. Sorry, that wasn't very clear. I have a few bits here that need to be filled in for the page, but that would be the end of page 2. And I am very tempted just to call it a day. I like it. And I like the colours, but it's no longer giving me the enjoyment that I get from these other projects. And I wouldn't want to just persevere with it just to get it finished, because then I think I would have kind of negative feelings towards it. So I don't know. I might just give it a little bit of time out to see how I feel. But I'll probably not stitch on this again. And the downside is I think I have another 2 Carolyn Manning of similar. I've got the one that's a flower a day. Darlene stitched it. It was fabulous. But I'm just kind of falling out of love with it. And the reason I know that is that I really struggled that day to stitch. And the setup was perfect. The table and chair, the height was ideal. The chairs were really comfortable. We'd all brought our lighting. It was great, but I just did not enjoy it. So in comparison to this one, which I couldn't put down, yeah, I could have quite easily have walked away from this. And I didn't take a second project, so that was another learning moment for me. I should have taken a second project with me in case I didn't feel it. So I'm not sure you'll see this one again. You might see it if I finish off these few blocks here, so that you can, that's the end of the page 2, but I don't think I'm going to stitch on it again. So I very rarely do that. If you've watched my channel at all, very rarely do I give up on something, but I don't feel the love. And when you don't feel the love, I don't think it's worth carrying on with. So that was the other project I worked on. Then I worked on my Summerhouse stitch works. I'm so close to a finish on this one, which is this project here. And I know, first of all, a lot of people have commented that they have bought this since I've shown it, so that's good. And the summer one is Summer Refreshes, I think. It's already out. I've not managed to get a copy yet, but I will be getting a copy and adding it to my stash. I already have the winter one. But I worked on this. I didn't work on it loads. I did a couple of really kind of, not even concentrated days, but consistent days, I would say. I just didn't kind of give up on it. And I've made some amount of progress, which I will show you now. I'll just move this needle. And here we have it here. My goodness. Whoa. Sorry. And here is Spring Awakens. Oh, I'm so close. So close to a finish. But I'm not. So the next time I film, I will finish it. I only have this side border to do. But yeah, I really love this design. I don't know if it's the block. I don't know. I absolutely love it. So I had been stitching along, and obviously I stitch on other things. I don't just stick with one project. And I don't know, I think I got to this blue here, and I thought, you know, I should just maybe focus for a few days of stitching. Now I stitch every day. I get asked that question a lot. I stitch every day. Some days I stitch for just an hour. Other days I can stitch for maybe 3 hours. It's rarely above that. And if I'm stitching for 3 hours, it's normally at the weekend, or maybe I've finished work early, or something like that. I don't have masses amount of time, because obviously I work, and obviously I have other things that I do. But I do stitch every day, and there was just, I think, a couple of days where I must have had quite long stitching sessions, and I managed just to go kind of gangbusters on it. And now I have only the side border to do. So really pleased. I loving how it turned out. Can't wait to do the others. I think they'll look really good framed. As a set, I think the 4 together. But yeah, so this is Spring Awakens, and if anyone is in any doubt, I would say go for it. You will love it. And you know, somebody, I think on Instagram, had messaged me, and they were thinking about changing the colours, and that's great. I think if you feel confident enough that you can change the colours, then you should. But for me, I think the designer did a great job in selecting this range of colours. But I think the summer one, it's like reds and blues, like pale blue, but it looks great. So Spring Awakens, it will be a finish. It will be a finish the next time you see me, for sure. So I worked on that. Excuse me while I try and put this back. And what I should say is, see the blue colour? I will use a whole skein of that. Now this is 32 count. It's also Fibre on a Whim, cream and sugar. But I've used a full skein, and I don't think I frogged that much. In fact, I don't even think I frogged at all on this. So maybe I'm quite a loose stitcher, or maybe I lost a few threads, but it took a full skein of the blue when I was stitching. And my next project that I worked on is a new start. But there is a story with this new start. What is my new start? It is this project here, which is Moonflower by Hands to Work. Don't know if you can see that's better. If you remember correctly, I got this pre-ordered from Nashville Needlework Market in March, and I really liked it. And when I finished Willing Hands, I thought, you know, what's a good kind of, what one will I move on to next? Because I've got a few other ideas of things that I want to stitch, but this one kept calling. But I need to show you something. No, don't be thinking Amanda yet again has had a senior moment and bought the same chart twice. There is a story. So when I decided to start it, normally what happens is I had it all kitted up. I had the fabric, I had everything. I go and I photocopy the chart so that I work from a photocopy, and then I just put the key on my stand so I can just look. So I start stitching, and I literally start stitching maybe, I don't know, 5 stitches, and I'm moving a lot, and I'm like, huh? The chart, or the symbols in the chart, they don't match the key. So I'm like, that's a bit, what's going on? And you know, I make mistakes. I make lots of mistakes every day, and in different things in life, at work, I make mistakes. And then I'm like, how can I not get this to match up? Why does that symbol not match that symbol? So I was like, I was kind of going a little bit crazy. So I thought, right, that's it. It must be a mistake. It must be a problem. I'm sorry for adjusting the camera all the time. So then I went onto the website for Hands to Work. There was no correction page there. Oh, that's strange. Right, I'll go to Instagram, and what I'll do is I'll message her through Instagram and just find out what the story is. But to cut a long story short, the chart, it was an error. The chart and the key did not match. So what, I can't even remember what the designer's name is. What's her name? That'll come back to me in a second. I said to her, look, just send me a new key. At that point, I just assumed it was the key. Just send me a new key, I'll be fine. I had that before with Beth Twist in the Seeds of Love. So Seeds of Love, I think it is, where the key didn't match the chart, but that was fine. She just sent me a new key. And this designer from Hands to Work, she emailed me back and said it's not, it's the whole thing, both the chart and the key is all wrong. I'm not going to show you the chart, but if you look here, the two keys, they don't match. So this is the original, the one in the plastic, and this is the new one that she sent me. And if you look at the symbols, they are not the same. So what she said to me was, what do you want me to do? I can send you a PDF of the chart and the key, or I can send you a paper, a hard copy. And I said, oh, look, it's fine. Just send me the PDF, and then I know what I'm doing. So there you go. That is why I have 2 copies of this chart. This one is kind of redundant and useless. And this one, not that it is because it's printed out, but this is the correct one. Big long story there. Sorry if you lost the will there to carry on. So, how did I get on? I didn't have a massive start because you saw what I've been working on. So I didn't have a massive start. Now this is 32 count Picture This Plus Fawn, which is also one of my go-to neutrals. And this is where I've gotten. So I'm not so far in. What did I do with the chart so I can show you the picture? But my plan is to pick this up and do some more on it. You know, I don't know why I like this so much, because when I was stitching the sun, I was thinking, oh, that's really whimsical. I don't know if I'll stitch the face, but I just went with it, and I just really like it. I don't know why, I just really, really like it. But I'll tell you, the enjoyment I got from stitching this far outweighs the enjoyment I've gotten from stitching the Carolyn Man, and so I knew at that point I needed to stop that one. And it's stitched using the over dies, and these are the over dies. And they're all really lovely colours. I think there's one I'm missing. I think I missed graphite, because what happened is I kitted up with the original, and I'm sure there was a difference. And I managed to get some from my stash, but I think I subbed one of them. Maybe not. Maybe I found it. But yeah, these are the threads. So I am going to work a little bit more on this. And what's quite cute about the chart is if you look at the bottom, there's this lovely kind of row of houses, which I think is, yeah, I really like that. I'm not sure I'm going to put the date in, but I'll certainly be putting Moonflower. But I might leave the date out. I might put my initials in. But yeah, I'm going to work on that for the next few weeks anyway. Can you just, I'm just going to pause you a second because I'm going to sneeze and you don't need to hear that. Okay, so that was Moonflower by Hands to Work, which I also stitched on in the last couple of weeks. And that, I think, was all my stitching that I've done. Yeah, that's all the stitching I have done. So what I would like to do now is maybe go through some of the haul. And I know haul is not for everyone, but I have quite a lot of haul. I keep nudging. I don't know if it's me, I don't know if it's the stand, I don't know what it is, but the camera keeps going a little bit wonky donkey. Let me start. First of all, I got my fabric of the month from Sparklies. I'll not take it out the wrapper, it's extremely noisy. This one's really nice. Nice blue. Actually, I'm going to take it out. Please bear with me. So this is the monthly club that I'm in. It's a really nice piece of fabric, good mottling in it. And this is 32 count Belfast, or 32 count. So yeah, that's from Sparklies. That's their fabric of the month. I also have some charts that I bought off a Stash Unload group on Facebook. And it's these ones here. And what was really nice is that the person who was selling them showed her finished. So she had stitched them and she'd finished them as little pillows, and then she displayed them with the chart so you got to see them. And it's these ones here, and I don't know if other people have stitched these. I don't think I've seen them, but yeah, I've not seen everything, but it's Little House Needleworks, and it's ABC samplers, and it's just the alphabet, obviously, with these little houses, and I just really like them, so I'll pick them up. I'll just quickly go through them. I don't know if these are easily available. I've not seen them. Almost done. And there they are. So that's them. I really liked them. They were oh yeah, it was a good bargain. I also kitted up a couple of cottage garden samplings that I've got. And what was interesting last Saturday is that so many people were talking about A Year in the Woods, you know, these ones. And I thought, these are the two charts that I have bought. I didn't do auto ship. I just wanted to just pick and choose the ones that really spoke to me. I have amassed a massive amount of stash. I mean, and I know it is a real thing. All of us have so much stash, but I have so much now that I really do need to be mindful of what I'm going to be able to stitch. And it's just a sheer matter of time. I'm not going to live till I'm 500. I'm still going to work for the next few years, so I'm not going to have kind of full-time availability to stitch. So I need to try and be a little bit choosy. So that was what I did with this. Rather than just sign up for an auto ship and then get them all, I've tried to pick and choose the ones that I really think I'm going to stitch. And it might work because obviously the fox is super popular and I've seen so many finishes of it. Lovely. And then the other one for me that I really liked was the raccoon. Okay, so this is not new. You knew I have these already, but I didn't kit them up. And we were talking, and I think it was Alison was talking about fabric, and she had been on 123 Stitch and had to go on a kind of wait list for the called for fabric. I think it's Mirage for the fox. And I thought, I'm going to look about. I'm going to look about, see what else I can get. I'm not waiting. Don't want to wait. Not that I'm planning on stitching it. Anyway, I was on, it was a shop here in the UK, and I think it was Peakside. And I decided that this one might be quite a good one that might be possible. Right, okay, so it's really, that's it. That's the colour. So this is, picture this plus Dapple. It's not the called for. The called for is Mirage. Yep, this is Dapple. And I thought that might be an okay substitution. And that's the one I think I'm going to do it on. And I got the threads. So when I was ordering the fabric, I decided I would order the threads for both of these projects. And I'll show you. And I think there's only one colour that I think may be questionable. I think everything else should be fine, but there may be one that I might have to sub out. Maybe. You never know. And you'll see it as soon as I lay them all on here. You'll know which one I mean. And of course, there is obviously got to be one stuck here in the back. So, these are the threads. I hope you can see that. And this is the one maybe that I need to sub out. So yeah. So that's 32 count Dapple from Picture This Plus. So maybe if you can't get Mirage and you're thinking, I would really like to start, that might be a good alternative. It may be too pale for some people, or some people maybe want to stick to the original, but I was quite happy to look for something else. And I did exactly the same thing with the raccoon. I couldn't get the called for, and I decided to look for something else, which I'll show you. So the raccoon, which I think for me, for both of these designs, to be honest, I think for me it's the tail and the intricate work that's around that and the animal that really draws me to it. So here we go. I'll just tell you what the called for is. Let me see. Called for fabric. It's Velt. Picture this plus Velt. So, again, I couldn't get it. And I decided to go for, let me see if we can get that cut. That's it. Maybe even a bit darker than that. This is Fibre on a Whim, Eggshell. And I've already got a piece of this in my stash, but it's been cut up. I've been using it for something else. So here's the original. And there's my substitution. Fibre on a Whim, Eggshell. And I don't think, famous last words to be honest, I don't think I'll need to sub out any of the colours. I think they're all going to be fine on it, but I will show you and you can tell me your opinion. So let me see if I can grab all these. There you go. So that was my decision, to try and be able to start and not have to wait. Then that's the fabric choices that I've went with. So it might give some people some ideas, or you might all just think, well, do your own thing, Amanda. We're not really interested. We'll stick with the called for. So yes, so I kitted up them, and you know what happens when you order kind of, whether it's threads or fabric, you're always looking for other things, so other things fall into your basket. So I picked this up, and this is from a Dutch shop, and it's a Dutch shop I bought from when I was in the Netherlands, and she had released this book with a sampler, and I'd looked at it and I thought, I don't need any more, there's so much. But I think I saw somebody either starting it or had stitched one of the smaller pieces, and I just thought, oh, I need to have that, so I got this as well. Okay, it doesn't stop there. Then I was on Etsy. Yeah, I was on Etsy and I was looking, not sure exactly what I was looking for. I probably wasn't looking for anything, but I just decided that I was going to buy stuff. And I have purchased before from Woolly Woolly Sheep on Etsy. And it's a small business here in the UK. And she had a couple of charts that I really wanted. And one that I couldn't get, but one that I'd managed to track down in 123 Stitch, but I hadn't bought it yet. So it was this one here, which was Antique Cats and Crowns by Shakespeare's Peddler. And I've got the other ones. There's a whole series of these. My friend Dawn, Frosty X Stitch, she's done, I think she's only done one of them, and it looked fabulous. But there's the little collection. And so that's me, got the final one. And that's something else I'm really guilty of. If there is a series, I will want to buy them all. So I'm quite proud of myself for a year in the woods that I've stuck to just buying the ones that really I think I'm going to stitch. And the other one was this one here by Pineberry Lane, and this is the one that I had tracked down in 123 Stitch. I haven't kitted this one up yet, but it's probably going to happen because I really like the colours in it. So yeah, and I just wanted to show you the little card that she included, which I thought was quite funny. What it says is, if you talk to me while I'm counting, it will only result in louder counting. This is words to live by, I would say. And then our details on the back. So, you know, this is just another place that you can order from. But yeah, so what I picked up those two charts. I thought I'd picked up 3, but maybe I haven't. And then, because I was enabled by someone on Instagram, I think it was, they had started this Mirabilia. And I have plenty of Mirabilias. I have maybe in excess of 30. In various stages of being kitted up, not really started. I have a few Nora Corbett's kitted and started, but this one had never really appealed to me, and it's this one here, Titania. Not really what I would think is my aesthetic, But I saw this woman, and she had just not long started it, and she had chosen an a hand dyed fabric, and it was just absolutely beautiful. And I thought, oh, I think I might want to try and get that. So I messaged Dawn, oh, this is beautiful, and she said, oh, that's an older Mirabilia. You might want to think, if you want to get it sooner rather than later, in case it goes out of print, because unlike other designers, they're not always reprinted. So on I went to Arts and Design. I ordered it, and it arrived the next day. I mean, unbelievably quick, and their service is impeccable. So yeah, I ordered that. So have no idea when I'm going to start it. And then I picked up this, but I've got a feeling maybe I showed this the last time when I was, which was this booklet here. And the one I want to do is, this one over here, that'll be better if I show you like that, is this one here. I really like that. So I pulled all, between my stash, and then I ordered the rest of it. I got the other threads, so that might be a little, maybe a quick project that I do between some of these other things. I don't know where I'm going to get this time from. I don't know why I don't realise time is limited for me. But it doesn't stop there. It doesn't stop there. Because I wanted to tell you a little story about how nice cross-stitchers are. Again, I was on Facebook, and there was a kind of stash unload site, and I saw this chart someone was selling. Okay, a little Christmas chart, little Christmas tags, and I thought, oh, they're really cute. I like them. They'd be nice gifts. Get Lynn to finish them from Lynn's Heartfelt Finishing. Get her to finish them. I'll be sorted. So on I go, comment, have a chit chat with the seller, and I don't want to say her name, and paid for it, no problem, through PayPal, and the very next day I get a refund. And in my head I just assumed, oh, she's maybe something's happened, she's lost the chart, her dog ate it, or whatever. Or maybe she sold it twice by accident, you know, you never know. So I was just literally just about to message her to say, oh, you give me a refund, you know, what's happened. And the lovely woman emailed me or messaged me and said, I watch your videos and I like them, and I wanted to gift this to you, which for me was really, really thoughtful. And I don't think there is another community out there. I don't believe, maybe there is, I don't know. I'm only part of this little stitching world. And this stitching world for me a lot of the times is me sitting on my own stitching. So I don't know, but I don't think it's commonplace for people to be so kind and generous. That's what I feel. I think there are a lot of generous people out there, but most of them it's with people that they already know. They don't just are generous to strangers. So that was a really nice gift. And the final chart I think that I've bought and I kitted up was this one here, which is Annie B's Folk Art Love Always. I saw this also on Instagram. I don't know, it's social media is killing my bank account, but I saw this and I really, really liked it. And I have a couple of charts that have got pink or red houses on them, and I just think they might be quite nice as a little collection. So when I saw this one, I got this, and I actually straight away just kitted it up. I didn't want to wait because it might be a chart that I'll start quite quickly. And the colours are lovely. I mean, I know some people don't like pink, some people don't like red, but oh, that must be what it is. Yeah. So the story I was saying is that I was short of graphite. I have graphite, and it looks like I'm planning to sub it out with Tin Bucket, because obviously I couldn't get graphite from wherever I was buying it from. So these are the colours, which just really nice. So yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Maybe a small collection of maybe three projects that have got these like pink or red houses on them. I think they look really nice. Okay, I'm almost done with the haul. Again, thank you for your patience. I also received my thread club from Lakeside Needleworks for May. I don't know what I did with these, but yeah. Looks like I'm at G. So I've still got a long way to go. Maybe next time I'll show you the ring that I've got them all on so far. But yeah, so they were the colours that I got, and that's the Classic Colourworks Thread Club. We're now nearly at the end of the haul. So I happen to be looking around on Instagram probably, because Instagram is where I do most of social media for me anyway, rather than Facebook, although I am on Facebook, obviously, because I love to buy from it. And I saw a post from the Northumberland Sampler House. They're going to focus? You want to focus? Clearly not. Okay. And she had organised or developed or got printed tea towels for her samplers. Now, I just bought all 3 of them, the 3 that were available, and not even opened them. Here you go. Hope you can see this. It's quite big. But here is the tea towel, and then at the bottom it says which one it is, and then it's obviously the name. So that's Jane Bennett. You know these will never be the same now that I've opened them. Not even in my house, and I've got them wrecked. But these could just be display tea towels. These might not be tea towels that people will actually use. And then I got the next one. There you go. And this is Elizabeth Tassel, I believe. I can't really see the screen just now, so I'm hoping you can see it all quite clearly. Yeah. And then the third one which is Caroline Scott. Are they not all delightful? Are they not all delightful tea towels? And could I then offset this not as stitching but as household purchases, which kind of makes me feel a bit better, I'm thinking. Anyway, so I would say if this is something that you would be interested in, you should pop over, have a wee look, and maybe pick yourself up a tea towel or 2. That is the end of haul. I have spent a lot this last 2 weeks. I don't know why. There's no reason for it, but I have spent a lot. Anyway, let me move on and do the giveaway. So last week, the giveaway was a piece of fabric, and I'm just trying to find the giveaway for this week. It's underneath all this. Give me a second. I don't want to knock this camera down. I don't know why it's so unsteady today. Okay, so this was fabric that had been gifted to me, and it was some lovely Permin linen, water lily, and I had asked that you, and it's a very, very large piece. So I think it's 20, just bear with me, 27 by 20, so 27 inches by 20, so it's a really good sized piece, and I had asked for you to say the word Lily in your comment, and the winner is, and if I say your name wrongly I do apologise, Brigitte, I think, Gebhardt. I hope this will focus. Maybe if I put something behind it, it'll focus. Yeah, okay. There's the winner. So Brigitte, if you can send me either an email or a message on Instagram with your address. I'll get the fabric out in the post to you. It may not be this weekend because next week I go to Istanbul for 4 days with my employer. So I'll be away for the weekend, so I'll probably not get to the post office right away, and I won't ask my mum to do it. She's got enough to do. Anyway, so well done, Brigitte. I hope you like your fabric. It'd be good to see what you stitch on it. But my giveaway this week is I have 2 of the same books. Now, to let you understand, I did not buy it twice. I do buy a lot of things twice by accident, which may become giveaways, as you've maybe experienced in the past. But this one was, I bought a book and it came, this book here. Now, this is a book about Glasgow museums and the samplers. As you know, fairly recently, I have become really quite interested in Scottish samplers. So I picked up this book. And I wasn't happy because I bought it and they had this lovely sticker on the front and I can't get the sticker off. So I contacted the seller and they said, okay, would you want another one? And I was like, yes, please. And if we've got another one, we'll send it to you. And I said, do you want me to send the other one back? And they said, no. So now I have 2. So I want to give away this book. If anybody would like to receive this book, and it's just a book about samplers, so let me see if I can somehow show you what's in it. Let's see. So it's got lovely pictures of different samplers. They're all the ones that are Scottish based, so they're maybe not all Scottish samplers, but they're in Scottish museums. So if you have an interest in samplers or in particular Scottish history, then by all means enter into the giveaway. I'll post it anywhere, international, no problem. So yeah, so there's no patterns in it, there's no charts, it's all just about samplers. So I'm happy to post it. It'll just go in a little jiffy bag, it'll be fine. But please use the word childhood, because if you see there, the name of the book is Patterns of Childhood. So if anyone's interested in that, you can win this little book from me. And I think that's all the kind of Stitch related stuff. What I would like to do though is thank those that have bought me a coffee over the last 2 weeks. It's greatly appreciated, and obviously it helps pay for the giveaways that I do, which is always good. So it's like sharing amongst the community. I don't really have so much update on my dad. Things are, they've not changed. They've not really changed in the last couple of weeks. Some days are better than others. I do appreciate everyone reaching out and sharing their own story or their own experience. What I would say is that it tends to just be the same kind of experience that we're all having. It's not the greatest of things. But he's on his medication. Some days are better than others. I think 2 days ago, big problem with shaking. So my mum said he was very, very unsteady on his feet. But yeah, it is what it is. Just take one day at a time. So yeah, I'm going away to the sun, which I'm quite looking forward to. The weather here in the west of Scotland has been not very good. They keep telling that over the weekend it will be really nice. Let's see. It would be nice if we got a bit more sun. It's definitely went all very dull, rainy, wet, extremely windy today. So I'm looking forward to going to Istanbul. So I don't know when my next video will be because I don't know how much time I'm going to have for stitching. I will probably not take stitching with me. I'm going to fly to Amsterdam and meet the rest of them and then fly on to Istanbul. But I think when you're in the group, although the last time we went away, which would be December 2019, when I lived in the Netherlands, we went to Skopje in Macedonia because we have an office there. I did take stitching and I sat at the airport. We had this crazy long mad delay 2 times. First of all, at Amsterdam we couldn't get out, and then when we got to Vienna we had a change at Vienna. When we got to Vienna there was snow and then we got delayed there. So I did get a lot of stitching done then, but I don't think I'll be taking stitching this time. I'm on the red eye to get me to Amsterdam, and then I'll meet up with the rest of them. And it's only 4 days, and then I'm back. But as I say, I stitch every day, so that actually is quite a lot of stitching time I'll lose by being away. But I'm looking forward to it because I don't know if I will get a holiday this year. And I've really blabbled on, but it's the haul. It's the haul that made this video so long. There will not be the same amount of haul. There can't be. But I hope you're all very well. Thank you very much for your comments. Always your nice positive comments, and for supporting my channel. And I'll see you all in a few weeks' time. So take care and happy stitching. Bye.